Hello everyone, my name is Iron Back. Today I want to talk about Matilda. Mr. and Mrs. Wormwood hate their daughter Matilda, but Matilda is genius. She goes to the library on the weekdays. Matilda puts a super glue into Mr. Wormwood's head. Mr. Wormwood put his head and he couldn't take off his head, so Mrs. Wormwood cut off the head. A week after the accident, Mr. Wormwood ripped off the library books, so Matilda tricked him with a parrot and it was successful. Matilda's parents were humbled by the ghostly parrot, and one day Mr. Wormwood said Matilda was cheating. Matilda was very angry and she mixed a lotion and a hair dye smoothly. Mr. Wormwood was terrible with his dirty dyed hair. Matilda's parents forgot to register the school. Matilda's first teacher was Miss Honey, and the headmistress was Miss Trunchbull. And Matilda's teacher knows Matilda is a genius. Miss Honey went to see a headmistress, and Miss Trunchbull said Matilda's father told Matilda is a little worm. So Miss Honey gave up and returned and thought, what can she do for help Matilda? From other teachers, Miss Honey collected textbooks and gave it to Matilda. She loves to have and read them, and Miss Honey visited Matilda's parents, but Miss Honey knew that Matilda's parents didn't like Matilda, so she gave up. Before being a genius, Matilda was just an ordinary kid and played. And 10-year-old student host Tanya said information for Matilda and Lavender. Trunchbull called the student and called Bruce Trotter, who stole her cake and forced him to eat the gigantic cake. The kid said he couldn't do it, but he did it, so the children cheered and Trunchbull was mad. Miss Honey said Trunchbull will teach once a week on Thursday, and Lavender put a small creature in the bottle and splashed into the Trunchbull's jar. At 2 o'clock, Miss Trunchbull came to class. She saw Nigel, who was dirty, and said to spell everyone. One boy spelled incorrectly, so she pulled his ears and then she asked Matilda to spell, so she did. Trunchbull poured the water from the jar and screamed, and saw Matilda and said she's the one who did it, but she was not. After other children leave for the playground, Matilda wonders about her new power and talks with Miss Honey. Miss Honey invited Matilda to her cottage, and that was so old and in the woods. Matilda asked if she is poor, and she said very. Matilda asked if Miss Honey was poor, but Miss Honey said she got the same amount. She said Miss Trunchbull was her aunt. She required her to play all the things she wore, she ate, and every single day. Matilda was shocked by the fact that Trunchbull was Miss Honey's aunt and wanted to get back at her, so she got some information. Matilda practiced every day with a cigar, and she could move it with her power. Matilda wrote on the board, "This is Magnus, and give my Jenny back her house." Trunchbull fainted, and Miss Honey was proud of that. Matilda's father was caught by the police, and they'll move to Spain, and Matilda said she wants to leave them, and they allowed her to live with Miss Honey. This is my art project. I like to play with paper dolls, so I made a Matilda playbook, and there are many games with Matilda. Thank you for listening to my introduction of my playbook. Thank you for listening to my presentation.